Hey guys, how's it going? This is Ethan here, and today I'm going to do a little oddball video. I picked up this manual at Boot Hill last May for, I think it was like $2 or something. And it's in a little bit better shape, not too much better though. And I also have a Brindley manual up here somewhere for I think it's a PP 1200 plow, early. It's an early model plow that it goes to. But I thought I'd do a quick review. And this one's for a 1964 model and above. That was the last 1963 serial tag. And this was the first one. So you open it up, and as the introduction, it tells you what's been going on, and how to locate your serial number tag. And then you got to record your engine tag and your spec number. So that is the motor that was in this tractor. The next one is the specifications. And then it's contents. So this is going to be hard because it's kind of folded up. It's been set and folded up like that. Okay, so here's the contents, and we'll go through all those. So right here, it's a type T1306. So that's the serial tag. That's the serial number of the tractor, which would make it a 1964. It came with a Model 38 mower deck. I think that says transmission. Not too sure. But it would make sense. It would be the spec. Yeah, it's a 2300 transmission. And that, I don't know what that is. The engine built in 1966. A Model 36 snowblower, because it's a Model 36 for round fenders. It means snowblowers. So that's a serial tag. What's the next one? It says tire size. It had the wider tires on it. And then it says generator. Has a generator code. What type of generator was on it. So the first thing is specifications that it goes over, page 2 to 3. So here we are. Tells you the engine that it should have. I thought it kind of told you more, like the valve opening and I guess it does tell you a little bit, but it tells you the compression ratio that you should have, the normal compression, the valve clearance. Okay, it does say the valve clearance. The capacities of the tractor. And yeah, so that's actually good for me too, because I've been wondering how big the tanks were. 2 gallons. So the first gear, the variable speed lever is right here. And so when it means it varies, it means 1.1 would be first gear all the way back. When it says first gear 2.5 miles an hour, this lever would be all the way forward. You push down a knob and it goes forward. And same thing with the others. The type of transaxle, since this was an early one, it had 3 speed forward and 1 reverse. In the 1966 and the 67 models, they used a 5 hub. So a 5 hub would be a 5 bolt pattern. See this? It has a hole right here and a hole right here. These were only 3 hubs. So that's another way you can tell this is an early manual, because the 1963, 64, and 65 models had a 3-hub transmission with the 3-speed, and they didn't have a shifter cover. This one has a decal to tell you what gears are what. So, another thing that you can tell apart is those foot pegs. They're bolted in. Yeah, they're bolted. The later ones are welded, a bolt, welded, bolt, and then welded, and then no bolt. So yeah, it's a different design. These are the tires that would have came on the tractor, that they ordered with the tractor, as what it says right here, tire size. And so that's kind of what I figured. Maybe they can have some ags. The air cleaner type is dry filter. The fuel system, brakes, clutch, it uses a V-belt. Steering, just a minute. There we go. So I had to clean off my camera, so I hope it's better. The attachments and accessories it'll mention on page 10 to 14. So here it talks about the tires some more, about the tread. Talks about dimensions. So if you had a, let's say a 1966 F100 Ford that you wanted to pick it up in, you would have to measure your bed and make sure, or measure your trailer. So that's common sense. I don't know why I even was mentioning that. So here's that independent ground speed control lever. So that is also known as a variable speed drive lever, or variator, more common known as. So right here's your throttle, right here's your choke. Ignition switch is down there, and then your serial tag's right here on the dash, or like on the pedal stool, I think it's called. Yeah, so yep, this one has the decal. Now if it had the cover, it goes over this assembly, and yeah, it's a cleaner. It comes up and it's like a triangle. It's nice. So here's your parking brake. So you push in the clutch pedal, which is a clutch pedal for the first like few inches when you press it in, and then if you go all the way down, it's a brake. So you press it all the way down, and then you lift this up. There is a nut that you have to adjust sometimes, so it'll be easier, or you can lock the brake more. So that's about it. There's your attachment lever, and what you do for that is there's a lift linkage. Well, there's actually a lift rock shaft. And then, yeah, if you have a mower deck, there's a hanger right here that goes to the deck, and a hanger right here that goes to a deck. If you have a sleeve hitch, there's a rod. I think it's a cable, actually, that goes back here and connects to your sleeve hitch. So, operating the engine. It talks about the break-in, pre-starting inspections, before you, like, go mowing on a Saturday. Starting the engine, shows you how to start it. Tells you how to stop the engine, tells you how to operate the tractor. And so this is how you shift. Reverse is like right here, first gear, second gear, third gear. Now on the newer transmissions that I'm talking about, well, just a minute. So that's how the newer transmission was. Instead of this, it had second gear right here. So I just thought I'd do that for you guys and show you how that is. This is also called a creeper gear, because it creeps. That's in slow. Here's some more ground speeds. And here's some decent things that I was kind of actually getting a chuckle at. I'm surprised they were like this back in the day. But it says, do not grind transmission gears. And I don't know, I think it's cool. I would never cut this picture out and put it somewhere, but it's pretty cool. Accidents, they subtract from your pleasure, divide your income, multiply your worries, and it adds to your miseries. So that's kind of cool again. So it tells you how to operate the tractor. That's where the do not grind gears is. Tells you some more how to operate it. Talks about the independent ground speed control, also known as a variator. Yeah, there's like 7 slots right here. So yeah, you don't want to leave it in one place for long because they'll stretch the belts. And if they haven't been maintained, like I've said in my 200 series videos, it can be a pain. It really can. They start to wear, and the pulleys don't slide back and forth nicely, and it can cause you a lot of trouble quick. I just threw some grease on my 214s today because it's very wobbly, but I used some heavy duty grease that makes it stiffer and it stabilizes it, and yeah, I like it. So it tells you about the clutch, pedal, and brake combo. Okay, here is how to stop the tractor. There's another one. It's a kid. He left the ignition switch in. The kid fired it up and took it off. Talks about the attachment lever, how that works. So here's some attachments. This is kind of the beginning. So here's the hitch for rear attachments, rear wheels, seat adjustment. What else? 38 rotary mower, 42 blade, 36 snow thrower, number 7 sprayer, which is rare. These are all Brindley attachments for your garden. Hitch extension, cover. I have an integral hitch, by the way, that thing. For an early one, actually. I just sold it. Used to have some... No, I didn't actually. This cab, I've been looking for one for a while. They're hard to find. Let me know if you have one. I'm willing to pay or trade whatever one you may like. So, it tells you about the tire options. Tells you about the fuel and lubricants you should use on this tractor. Yeah. Talks how to adjust stuff. Maintenance, carburetor adjustment. Talks about a lot of things in here. This is all just maintenance stuff. Nothing that would intrigue you guys. This is troubleshooting. Here's the parts list. How to put your tractor in storage. Hood and grill assembly. Fuel system. Engine parts. Generator. Transaxle. Yeah, so it just goes on. This is all the parts that goes to your tractor. And sleeve hitch. Nobody can fill them like you do. Or can. Weekend Freedom Machines. This is a safety ad by Green Cross for Safety. As a member of the National Safety Council, we are privileged to use the Green Cross for Safety to designate not only our interest in safety, but to emphasize and call attention to the safety precautions in this manual. Yeah. I may actually do another video tonight on my 1969 112 manual that I'm borrowing from a subscriber. It's his grandpa. So I'm working on his machine and he's letting me use it. So I may do that. Hope you guys had fun. I'll do a few more of these, but take care and enjoy your night.